I've always taught clawing the ball, splitting the tip right here, just put two extra fingers on the tip. I've always taught wrist staying above the elbow anytime I'm running. So anytime I'm coming through, if my wrist drops below my elbow, obviously that's going to open up something down in the back. So I've always taught when you're running, in your head, keep that wrist above the elbow the whole time. It'll help secure that back. Tight against the body, and then lock the elbow or the 4 points of pressure. And then kind of a code word that I've always used, we always said chin chin, just because the ball should be almost right beneath your chin. That's always been the code word in practice or anything like that. Swinging the ball around, hey, chin chin, instead of, you know, wrist above the elbow or hey, claw the ball or something like chin chin means everything. It's all encompassing, all of it. So that's always how I've taught ball security, first off to start off. The second thing we never did, or we always said we never did ball security drills when I was at Ohio State. Now we do them here with every position, but Urban Meyer's big deal was every drill should incorporate ball security with the running back drills. So we never had just a drill where it's like, oh hey, we're working, you're jogging down, trying to punch it out. We never really did any of that. Some of the easy, simple stuff that this is just a simple, like a summer drill for us, no pads on, anything like that. Something to knock the ball out. We go around the cone. Every cone would be a place that we're putting our hand down. So it got you in, I'm falling down, I'm trying to save myself on the run. Naturally, that's when we did a study. That's when most of the fumbles happened. It was never when you're running through junk right up the middle, is when you're coming down and that ball gets below the elbow or coming away from the body to kind of brace yourself. So trying to get them in that position of going down where naturally they want to bring this hand down to kind of brace them too, and working ball security, getting this thing out. So Johnny, all I want you to do, we won't do anything full 100%, just like 75. I want you to run it with the ball, hand on the ground, come around the corner, hand on the ground, come around the corner. As many people as you can get on every corner. Every time he goes down, trying to punch that ball out as much as you can. Just like right here. And then normally, imagine that's a pop-up. Always trying to put something at the end of every single drill, whether it be a pop-up to make finish. I've worked, those big like Bosu balls that are full of air. Getting someone just to throw it at them, so it's something coming at them. They got to make miss, use a stiff arm, something to end every single run to make them do something that's game-like, simulate a game-like experience. So like right here, ready Johnny, ready, go. Get the hand on the ground, just want to get that ball out. Right, and then at the end, making someone miss. Okay, similar thing. Instead of going now around the four corners, so now make it just a little bit tighter. Now Johnny, when you get to this cone, hand in the ground, coming back all the way down to this cone now. Okay, so now just a little bit longer that they're down on the ground. Now just go straight to this cone, hand on the ground, back to that one downhill. Okay, so now ready, hit. Okay, now he's on the ground a little bit longer. You can get multiple people just right here. A lot of things, punching on him, trying to get the ball out right there. So that's a lot of things that we'll do just to mix that drill up. Good starter, right? Then if we wanted to switch sides, right, John, you don't need to go through it. Now the ball's in his left hand. Now I'm going around four corners. Now I'm just going around one. I get to work ball security with the ball in both hands. So that's just something that we'll do just for a drill that you can work. We'll work the most ball security out of any other drill right there because you have 4 different corners on there. Now, obviously at Ohio State we had about 8 people with every position, so we had freaking people just punching the ball whenever. Right, give it to the other guys, just jogging through. Johnny, you don't need to put your hand down. You can't get them to put their hand down. We're just working around, making the cuts right here, getting someone to punch the ball out every time. Right, just a simple, another easy drill to kind of warm up with that we like to do. Imagine a ball right here, Johnny, hand on the inside, or you can go hand on the ground, right, ready, hit, going all the way around, right, working feet over. All right, you're good. And then exploding out just one way. So that's another one that we'll do. Kind of same thing, gets them down in that position where they like to drop the ball a good amount. Okay, or keep them like, I've used the higher Bosu ball so it's not so far down to the ground. We'd be pressing the inside leg of the guard, the backside B gap opens up, right? And the O-line's all the way up there. You put your foot in the ground, you go, and then guess who gets you? That linebacker scraping over the top. So this is really for us, same thing, coach, like we just practice and I'll give them different steps. So if we want to work back here, I'll have one of the other guys play quarterbacks. We want to work, hey, let's work our power steps. Let's work mid-zone steps. So we still do quarterback, running back exchange every day. We call it mesh. We do it every day. But really, if we didn't do it, we're working some sort of steps of runs that we have in every single day, just on these types of drills. So really, the biggest thing right here, Johnny, I don't know if we've done this one. Okay, all I want you doing, instead of you reading me, for the first one, this is where we started off, push, I want your toes to get as far into the bag as possible, right? Imagine this is the inside leg of the guard. Okay, so I want you taking our inside zone steps to the right, like grape, okay, and I'm pressing into the bag. I want you to jump cut into the bag, jump cut, and then again, coach, I finish with a hand shield where I'm just knocking them after they come off of this, a shoot where they lower their pads when they're running through, a pop-up where they make it miss, me, something like that. That's great. Here, Johnny, I just want great track, okay, pressing all the way in, imagine I'm the guard, okay, pressing all the way into that bag, jump cut, pressing in the bag, jump cut off of that again, okay? Ready, go. So once you're pressing in, good. Even tighter, right? Yeah, good. As tight as you can to that bag, right? Emphasize stepping, what we always say, stepping on that guy's heels, stepping on the guard's heels, right, when you're pressing into it. Okay, so we'll end up doing this one to start. Okay, then off of that, now I'll just switch these. So now instead of two jump cuts left, or two jump cuts right, sorry. Okay, now, ready, Johnny? Let's go, let's start from the other side now. Let's go lemon. And let's just say it bounces out the front side somehow, okay?
Jump here and then jump
Yep, same thing. But now you're jumping opposite the second time. Ready, hit. Good, pressing into it, toes all the way up, good, press in, good, and then again, finishing on something right there. So now I'll get a defender standing right here on the bag. Okay, and really for us, we're saying that you got two gaps open up. This is a linebacker engage, or a lineman engaged with a linebacker, a lineman engaged with the tackle, and you got two gaps on each side. I just want you to press into the gap, and we're going to play opposite of where I play. So ready, Johnny?
Keep me inside, coach.
Do what?
Keep me inside.
Yeah, we're going to go both inside right now, okay? Ready, hit. So he's going to press into the bag. I'm going to give him the direction. He's going to go opposite, okay? And then I'll make him funnel back to the inside, again, finishing with something. The next off of that, what we've done is now, normally I'll pair it with our outside zone, is I'll make them make a cut somewhere, and now instead of funneling back inside, I'll have them bounce outside, and I'll mix up, like, I'll have a shoot over here and a pop-up over here. The Bosu ball uses both of them, so now we'll bounce out. Then we've also done, one of them will funnel back inside, one of them will funnel back outside. So now when he presses it, if I go this way, he'll jump cut out and funnel outside and finish upfield. If I go back, he'll jump cut out and now he'll funnel back inside. So now you really never know which way we're going to go. We did this one. Okay, so if I go here, he's going to jump cut opposite back inside, and then there'll be a second guy back here giving him another read. So now it's two different reactions, really pressing up into it. If you have a guy that's just maybe a little late on the reactions, or he's just not reading as well, it's now really working, hey, you know, now you're reading two different things at the same time in one drill. Because really for us, our biggest deal was we weren't bad on the reads. It's just when we would hit the hole, or we press into it, make the read, jump out, we were either bouncing it way too far out, or we weren't getting back vertical, or we'd go back to the backside. So that's why we did the other one, the first one I just showed you. So I'm getting them used to jump cutting, getting back vertical, jump cutting, bouncing it outside. I pair it with the run. Like if it's outside zone to the left, I'm jump cutting back inside and then getting back out on the same track instead of going back into where all the defense is coming from. So this is just one, if they're not pressing it all the way, not reading it the right way, and it's good for you because now you can really wait as long as you want. If you have a guy that is jump cutting where Johnny's standing at right now in this bag, you just stand right here until his toes are all the way up in there and force him, because he's got to keep running towards you and read you. You know what I'm saying? So if Johnny's waiting and he makes that cut right here and you haven't moved, he has nowhere to cut until his toes get all the way up in there. Now I'm going to make him react at the very last second, so he just gets used to pressing that thing as much as he can. Now this is another one. I'll take the crayons, okay, leading with that left foot, okay, left foot on everyone. I go hit. Now we're stepping over, up and over all the way, and then ending with something. And it's just another one. Get his feet moving, picking them up, right, get the high bags, where he's constantly picking it up, putting it down as fast as he possibly can. Just another one, like you said, you got a guy tripping over bags and shit. This is a great one just to get his feet moving.
I'm just getting the jump.
Yeah, exactly.
Two until you can put.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you go back the other way, and then the way that we mix this one up is, all right, Johnny, you haven't done this one yet. Okay, bear with me. All right, Johnny, so I want you to start, okay? Start on the same exact side. So now, okay, Now we're gonna mess with your feet a little bit. When you come back over this one, still leading with the left. Okay, now either on this one or this one, you need to switch to the right, or you need to land here and pick the right back up real quick and then start leading with the right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta switch now coming back. You go with that one? Okay, so like ready, hit. So I'll be constantly working the ball. There you go. And it's getting them to switch which feet the foot that they're stepping with right there. So that's just a good one to just get their feet moving, pick them up, putting them down really quick, changing which one they're leading with. Yeah, right, these are called that. Ready, hit. Nice and easy, 50%. Jump cut, okay, stop right there. Okay, so then instead of another bag, I would wear cleats or something, and I'd play right here. And now I'd give them a read. Now I want you to walk through this one, Johnny, okay? Ready, hit. I'd either hold up and stay behind them so they had to react and just take off, or, yep, come back, Johnny. Same thing, just walk through it, ready, go. Or I'd take off and have the angle over top, and they would have to cut back behind me. So I tried to give them a different reactive read, switch it up every time. I'd go 3 times in a row, I'd stay back, I'd flip it every other one, I'd do all of a sudden just give them different looks, because that was crushing us in the spring. There was a ton of times where this guy, they had him beat, and they're stopping, getting tackled on the back hip when they have the angle. It's like, all right, we need to work reading. All right, is this guy in front of me? Is he behind me? Do I need to take off after I hit that last bag, or do I just need to press him a little bit more and jump cut back behind him? So this is one that we did a good amount, and it was really good just getting these guys running, stopping on that one, and then I added in that last part, just reading on the last one. The outside, we had the Bosu ball. Okay, on the outside. On the inside, we had a pop-up, and then we had another guy with a hand shield banging him when he goes through. Because normally on these stretches, right, I'd give him a read, ready, just walk through, ready, hit. I'd step on this one, and I would act like the defensive end got the edge. So now we need a jump cut inside of it. Normally when we have to go inside, it's through the chute and then back out, and when you hit that chute, right, I even made it tighter than this. We had a pop-up right here. So we had to run through the pop-up, and we had a guy with a hand shield right here, and you just banged them in between both of them to get that feeling of tight hole, protect the ball, running on through it, and then we're back outside. If I can, ready again, just walk through, Johnny, ready to hit, and I started working like I got the edge, we'd go all the way around, and we had a guy with a Bosu ball who'd either throw it low to work a stiff arm, throw it high. We had guys if they wanted to work spin moves, right? I'm good with them. That Bosu ball's coming, put the foot to the ground, spin back inside. Just working some sort of move on the outside. So that's how we just started generating just different types of reads that we can get from this one. Same thing with, I've done this before with that L drill that I was showing you earlier. Now, Johnny, let's run lemon. Okay, lemon on the inside. Now just saying, hey, that's the offensive line right there. Okay, walk through it, percent, Johnny. Yep, walk through, press into it and jump cut off, and then you're pressing this V in the back. Just stop once you make that jump cut. Ready to hit. Okay, so press in the back just like inside zone, make the jump cut. Now I played the backer over the top. This is the secondary read, kind of like how we just did the outside zone. If I go outside, he would press it back inside. I'd have a bag and pop up to where he gets back vertical. Someone's banging him, staying tight. Or I play backside, and he's bouncing out the back door, and now he almost wants to press it more to the sideline. We have another ball coming in at an angle for him. All right, so that's another way that we incorporate just live scenarios. And I'm a